FYC, that's right. President Trump hit everyone from Jeff Sessions to socialism in his record-breaking 2-hour speech at CPAC Saturday. Here he is on the latest litmus test for 2020 Democrats.
Nothing is more extreme than the Democrats' plan to completely take over American energy and completely destroy America's economy through their new $100 trillion Green New Deal.
He loves it. Meanwhile, New York Senator and likely 2020 candidate Kirsten Gillibrand said this morning that the Green New Deal is, wait for it, a bipartisan issue. Well, that's fun. And she can get Republicans on board because she's a wizard. But will the socialist Green New Deal be a losing argument for Democrats? The panel is here to discuss tonight from the Greg Gutfeld Show, where she serves as correspondent, and National Review online reporter Kat Timpf is here, along with District Media Group president and Independent Women's Forum fellow Beverly Hallberg, and MaxFunds.com co-founder and Fox Business contributor Jonas Max Ferris. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Yay! So the president loves this. It's wildly entertaining. Nick Gillespie from Reason said after the president's 2-hour speech, there's no one in the Democrat Party who's running for president who can take him on. What do you think?
Well, I think if they keep running on things such as the Green New Deal, then that's going to be bad news bears, because nobody with even the teeniest, tiniest little bit of a brain thinks it's actually possible to completely wipe out carbon emissions within 10 years. I know that AOC
and that's only part of the
That's only part of it, and she fancies herself some sort of hero, but it was my understanding that in order to be a hero, you had to actually solve some kind of problem. It's crazy that there's this 29-year-old woman who apparently not only still believes in Santa, but thinks that she is Santa.
Absolutely right.
You're not Santa, bro.
No, and she's like, I'm the one with new ideas. I'm the boss because I'm doing stuff. But she's not really doing stuff.
No, and she's making it really hard for all the Democrats who are trying to win this nomination. So even with Kirsten Gillibrand, she's trying to do a little spin on this, saying this could be bipartisan. I'm not sure how this new Green Deal is going to bring more jobs. It's actually going to destroy the economy.
Industries.
Entire
industries.
Well,
Great work.
Okay, so here's the funny thing, Jonas, because today on Twitter, someone got really mad about something I said about the Green New Deal on Outnumbered. And they said, you don't understand socialism. Socialists don't want the government to run the economy. That's the point of socialism, and that is the point of the Green New Deal, from healthcare to transportation and all points in between.
Okay, if they lead with turning the wall into a FDR-style works project, that you could get votes on both sides, right? You're going to put people to work. You're going to build a wall. You can put solar panels on the wall. Trump wanted to do that. It solves all the problems. That is your bipartisan Green New Deal thing. I will disagree, Kat. The Green New Deal lays out a lot of legitimate problems. The problem is not in identifying the problems. It is the lack of solutions, and that are very complicated to those problems. We had a lot of problems with FDR during the Great Depression, and they addressed them one after the other. Some of the addressing problems were not good. Some we still have because they were really good solutions, like having FDIC insurance.
Some we have that weren't really good solutions.
Right. I also think that whining about problems, if that makes you a hero, then I'm definitely a hero. I love to whine, but I don't consider myself a hero because I can identify what problems are. You need to have solutions.
And that's the thing. It's not just the problems, because everyone can agree that pollution is bad and harming the earth is bad and overcrowded trains and buses are bad, but that doesn't mean, and this is where the logical conclusion is not, government has failed at all of these things, so let's have more government. And that's what someone like AOC is going for, is the government has to mandate that we have high-speed rail and that we get rid of most air travel.
And here's what I think is a good thing about this conversation. I actually think we're now having a thorough conversation about what socialism is. So I think a lot of young people, about a third of them, think that socialism is great. They think it's just an expansion of the social safety net.
Sure.
When the reality is it's actually government ownership of everything.
Yes.
So let's have the discussion.
And that's what it is. I mean, even if it's just Medicare for all, it is government ownership of health insurance and health care. It is all a government mandate, which means that doctors and hospitals will get a lot less money, so there will be fewer doctors and hospitals.
Free. It's all free.
It is all free, until we have to pay $60,000 a year each for what is in the Green New Deal. And that's just the first decade. Do you want to do that? Do you want to pay, and just conservatively, Medicare for all, $2,000 a month. That's on you. for other people's insurance. Do you want to pay that?
Okay, well,
not your insurance, other people's. Do you want to pay that?
You can have that if you provide a very lousy service. That's
Yes.
that's basically what a lot of national
Yes.
health care. It's not that it's impossible. I mean, these things all exist. The trains are all they all exist in other countries where the government takes a role. What the Green New Dealers miss is that in those countries, they always have a much broader tax base,
Yes.
with very wide
The
taxation.
middle class pays much more of it.
Rather than
they
having
have cost sharing.
Yeah,
and
and-
they also don't have militaries.
And they also consume a lot less of the health care. The doctors make a fraction of what they make here. So there's a whole bunch of things
They
that
actually
have to
don't have
happen.
doctors. They have chimps with scalpels.
To be a European
That's because they have
socialist, you got to go
those are
full
fat.
end. You can't have. You can't
No
have to-
feelings. Those are my feelings. So much more with the panel. I'm so excited because we're going to talk about what happened